Okay, so I just have one more question to ask you to make sure that your application is complete.
Alright, go ahead, ask me anything.
How many children do you have?
I don't have any. Is that going to be a problem?
Well, so far your application's been nearly spotless, so I think we're just going to overlook this.
Alright, thank you.
Turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? You ready for your first movie?
Oh, I'm stoked. Alright, so what are we watching today?
Oh, we're watching two slasher horror movies. One of them's from Warner Brothers and the other one's from an independent filmmaker.
Alright, well, let's get started.
Alright, well that movie was good, but as you see in my notes, there was a lot of torture and blood and there was some mutilation. I feel like this should probably be like an R rating. What are you feeling?
Yeah, I felt the same way. Mutilation, nothing really too much in that one. I mean, it was pretty good. Alright, so, ready for the next film? Who's that one by?
This is the film by the independent director.
Alright, well, let's get started.
Okay, well, as you can see from my notes, the independent film, it did have a lot of torture and blood and mutilation in it too.
Yeah, it seemed a lot similar to the last one we watched.
Yeah. Oh, well, since it was an independent filmmaker, I guess we should probably give it NC-17 until some of that gore is taken out.
Probably. I mean, NC-17 does seem pretty reasonable for this one.
Yeah.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Today we have case 34, an appeal of a rating from an NC-17 to be changed to an R. Please state your case.
I think my independent film was misjudged and given a rating of NC-17, which is a bit unfair. I think it should be an R movie. As you can see, another movie on the same day, covering the same subject matter, was given an R rating when it was clearly more violent than mine.
Sir, may I please remind you are not allowed to use previous judgments made by the rating company in your appeal?
What am I supposed to use to prove it then?
Well, it's not my appeal. It's up to you, sir. Alright, I think we have the case here where he doesn't really have any reason to appeal. He's trying to use things that are not allowed, so until you edit and change the movie, the rating will stay the same.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something.
Hey Adam, I heard you were filling out a card for the movie board.
Oh yeah, there's no in-person interviews, so I'm filling out this card and then sending it in. And then they'll email me back to see if I got the job.
Well, it's no pressure, no in-person interviews. It sounds pretty easy, just watching movies all day. Can I get one of those cards?
Oh, sorry man, I can't give you a card. You have to have a kid. Because you gotta rate all these movies to see if kids are able to watch them.
Pregnant teens have all the fun!
But in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Alright, you ready to watch some movies today?
Yeah, this is gonna be good. What are we watching?
We're gonna watch two slashers.
Oh, who are they by?
They don't tell us anymore, because before we had some issues with ratings getting skewed to one side, so now they're just labeled as movie 33 and 34.
Okay, well that's pretty good. Let's get started.
The first movie, pretty graphic, some blood, violence, gore, but it wasn't anything too over the top. The scenes were pretty short when they showed that, so I'm feeling an R rating on those ones. What do you think?
Well, I think it should be an R2. Both our notes kind of show that. And then also the second movie, though, I think it should be an NC-17 because, you know, there was that graphic part where the baby was thrown into the vat of acid. And I think that was a little graphic for the audience, so they might want to take that out before we give it an R rating.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say. No one wants to see that. So R on the first one, NC-17 on the next one.
Yeah. Hello, are you ready to appeal to the committee about changing your movie 34's rating from NC-17 to R?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone so that the committee can hear you. Okay, you can begin your appeal case now.
Hi, I'm here today to prove that my movie isn't an NC-17, but should be rated R. My movie, known to you as Movie 34, was violent and graphic in the depiction of the torture of many individuals, but isn't at the same level of Movie 33, which was reviewed right before it and should be rated the same.
Yes, movie 33 was violent just like your movie, but it only had short scenes of gore and torture, while your movie depicted in graphic detail a baby dissolving in acid.
But the scene is crucial to the movie. I can't take it out.
Okay, we understand that you want to keep that scene in your movie, but for us to downgrade your rating from an NC-17 to an R, we're going to need you to shorten that scene and take out some of the graphic content.
But, I suppose that's fair. Thank you for your time.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.